Hello everyone, I'm Chris Hernandez, and this is the Weekly Report, a look at news from the city of Kansas City, Missouri. U.S. Transportation Secretary Anthony Foxx joined the mayor and other city staff this week at a Smart City Challenge roundtable. Following Google Fiber and the Smart City Initiative, Kansas City hopes to score another first-in-the-nation model for providing high-tech solutions to basic city services to help all of our residents. This grant would allow us to better connect and improve our current transit options with more bike lanes, road diets, and bike sharing, as well as installing smart city elements along the Prospect Avenue corridor.
What we've tried to say to the cities is, to quote an old blues song, since I'm here in Kansas City, don't worry about what someone else has got. Go on and stir your own pot, and really focus on the things that are unique to your city and the challenges that are unique to your city, and develop a clear-eyed strategy for moving forward. So we're not asking Kansas City to be anybody but Kansas City.
This competition is stiff. All 7 cities are high quality. Their proposals are extremely creative and imaginative, and I would think certainly compete with ours very well. We talk confidently because we are selling our city, and we want to be confident. We approach everything boldly. So I would never presume to think that we're in any position other than one of 7 competing hard to be number one. And my statement about what happens if we're not number one stands. My statement about what happens if we are stands. We're in this because it's good for cities, it's good for transportation, and we're really just honored to be part of the group.
Kemper Arena may soon be filled with the sounds of cheering fans again. The city has selected a proposal by the Fouch brothers that will redevelop the arena into a youth sports facility with basketball and volleyball courts, as well as spark economic development in the West Bottoms and other downtown neighborhoods.
With the renovation of Kemper Arena, the historical preservation and renovation of Kemper Arena, I think we have a history. We like historical preservation in Kansas City, don't we?
Concerts, sporting events, political events. This was really the place where so much of the history of Kansas City took place from the 1970s on through the 90s.
Thank you very much for being here. As a planning and zoning committee member, it's really important that we continue to preserve the items that we have here in Kansas City to make them better, and especially work with private partners to continue to be successful here in Kansas City. But as the vice chair of the Small Business Entrepreneurship and Jobs Committee, it's especially exciting for me to know that we have local entrepreneurs here in Kansas City who are willing to go out and make something out of this great building and continue to let it thrive for years to come. And then finally, as a parent of children who do activities, this is something that's much needed. And in my district in the Northland, we are looking for places for our kids to play sports, and I'm glad that this is going to be a place that'll be more convenient. So we're really looking forward to it. Thank you.
Now let's check in with some of our city's departments.
What an exciting time at the Kansas City Zoo. We've brought koalas back. It's been about 9 years. They were really popular back when we brought them in '07, and decided for a little encore visit. Contacted our good friends at the San Diego Zoo, and were able to acquire 2 little males, 2 little guys, who will turn 3 this summer, Cody and Burra, and they're here with us through the end of November. So it's a great fun. We've remodeled one of our older buildings that sorely needed it. It's where we had our fallow deer and the feeding, up by the carousel and penguin exhibit. Biggest thing you'll hear up here all season long is they're so cute, and they're so cute, and do you think they're awake, or are they ever going to move? Koalas are notorious for just kind of hanging out in their eucalyptus branches. They aren't what you'd call an overly friendly domestic type animal like a cat or a dog, but they eat. Almost every animal here has kind of a little quirky little personality. First thing you need to know about koalas, they are marsupials. They're not bears, so they're closer related to opossums from around this area. They are in a little bit of trouble in Australia. They live in eucalyptus trees, but there's concern about their numbers because of more and more development that's going on in Australia. superhighways being put in. The koala's fate is almost like that of possums around here. The money that we support the koalas being here with goes into conservation programs in Australia to try to figure out how to preserve habitat for them. We have keeper chats that will happen twice a day throughout their stay here. So if you want to learn more about koalas, come. We've got great signage that tells you a little bit about what it takes for them to survive. So if you haven't seen our keeper chats, they're great, fun, educational. Our keepers always stick around and answer questions. And if the kids have specific questions, they're happy to make sure that the kids know everything there is to know about a koala.
This is Rocky Point Glade, one of Kansas City's many natural areas. What makes this a glade, it's a southwest facing rock outcrop, and it makes it desert-like. It's a few degrees warmer than the surrounding areas, and because of that, it's really thin soiled. The plants here are similar to what you might find on a prairie, but some species exist here that are not on a prairie. We've been working on it with the use mainly of volunteers for the last 13 years. And in doing that, the volunteer help has removed invasive species, cedar trees, and most of all, shrub honeysuckle, which is the worst. We use fire as a management tool to help control the invasive species in this area and also to help stimulate native plants. And it will be 60 acres when it's complete. And so it's a place where you can actually just come and unwind and enjoy yourself and just take a leisurely walk. This area is no longer restricted. Just drive through the gate and come up here. From one end to the other, it might be 3/4 of a mile, but it's very scenic.
The future is bright for this vacant lot in South Kansas City.
So this project will be our largest green infrastructure project that we've done to date.
KC Water joins City Councilwoman Alicia Kennedy and Brenda Thomas, president of the Marlboro Community Coalition, to break ground on a 10-acre, $30 million investment here at 81st and Troost.
Oh, this is a long time coming. The neighborhood coalition here, Marlboro Community Coalition, Water Services, the engineers and the consultants all worked really hard to try to put together something that was going to engage the community and accomplish the goal of reducing the combined sewer system and providing more clean water to the community.
So green infrastructure projects provide a very good opportunity to incorporate the community and its needs into the project planning process. This 10-acre site will be an opportunity for the community to have additional investments for a common meeting space, a community garden.
The amenities are what has the attention of Tricia DeGraff. She's the principal of the Academy for Integrated Arts, a school that's expanding very near this site.
And we're very excited for this park because this is going to be walking distance from our school. We are a project approach school, so a lot of our curriculum starts with community walks, and so this is going to be perfect for our students. They'll be able to easily walk down here, and this will be a part of their learning and their curriculum, and also a beautiful place to be. And to enjoy the outdoors.
This is one of 3 areas in the Marlboro community receiving infrastructure improvements. Construction is underway at Arletta Park and will start soon at Rachel Murado. These projects are part of Kansas City's largest infrastructure investment, the Overflow Control Program, a 25-year, $4.5 billion federally mandated effort to reduce sewer overflows and improve water quality in our region.
We're using green infrastructure to hold back stormwater, keeping it out of the combined sewer system. This project will hold over 11 million gallons in a big rainfall event and keep that from overflowing mixed with sewage into the Blue River.
Work on all 3 areas is anticipated to be complete by December 2017.
Hi, I'm Consuelo Cruz with Culture and Creative Services, bringing you information about arts and cultural events that are coming your way with support of the Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund. Today we are at UMKC's Conservatory of Music and Dance, which is the home of Williams Henry Contemporary Dance Company. And today I'm with the co-founder, artistic and executive director, Mary Pat Henry, to talk about their upcoming performances, as well as give us a little sneak peek of what's happening at the performance and to provide a history of the company because it is your 25th anniversary.
Yes, it is.
Congratulations, and thank you for having us in your
Thank
home.
you for coming. I appreciate this.
And you've been around for 25 years. Can you give us a little history about how the company got started and why?
Well, Lenny and I were both artists in residence in Canada. I didn't know Lenny. And one day after teaching for a long time, we were sitting down talking about our philosophy of dance and what we loved, and we talked about so many choreographers are not showcased anymore because they only want the hot new thing, and how important it was. And we were laughing, and we said, you know, we should start a dance company sometime. And I went, yeah, we should. And I was chair of dance then, and I brought Lenny as an artist in residence. And a group from Canada called Decidedly Jazz had to cancel. And so the dean said, oh, you have a company. And we went, oh, yes, we do. And then he said, okay. And we went out the door, and I said, Lenny, call every dancer you know. So we had the cart and no horse. So we immediately turned around, called everybody that we knew, put together our first concert on a wing and a prayer, and then started to do what people normally do when you build a company. So it was an idea over lunch, and then the opportunity, and we always wanted to work together, and we kind of really balanced each other out, and that's kind of how it started.
And we're so fortunate to have you in Kansas City, all the way from Canada, where the seed was planted.
That's right.
Can you tell us about what choreographies and dances we can expect to see on your June 3rd and 4th performances?
Yes, we're going to have pieces that are kind of known as our signature pieces from the early and middle years, and we're doing brand new works from new choreographers also. So it's a beautiful blend of kind of different styles, different genres, different dynamics and energies, and sometimes we speak to very important social issues that are things that are important to talk about. Other things are just beautiful and lyric, and other ones are just stunningly athletic, and you're just surprised and say, how do those dancers do that?
Yes, and you're very well known for the athleticism, the grace of your dancers, and for the choreographers that whose dances you perform. You have such a range of choreographers that you draw from Jose Limon to Joella Zoller's, Kansas City's own. Can you talk about why you think that is important to have to showcase?
Because I think you only understand dance as long as you understand the shoulders you stand on. So to not go back and honor the people that created this beautiful art form that we all do in respect, and also because so many of the works are still relevant and aren't dated, and to really show how America transitioned all the way through. It's very hard to just focus on just what you're doing if you go back and look at the greatest choreographers to not only inspire the dancers who are dancing, but audiences to know about these people and why they're important, and also try to do emerging choreographers and give them a chance, because it's often hard as an emerging choreographer to get a company at this level to work on. So that was something we were very proud of, because people did that for us, and so we wanted to turn back and give it to other people. So we don't always have to leave Kansas City to create great art, a place where we can live and work and create art, and also be able at the national level, not have to go away to either coast, because this is a fertile ground with a lot of dancers and good choreographers, and so that's what's always important to us.
Well, thank you so much for having us here and for allowing us to get a sneak peek of before the show of the dancers performing and rehearsing, because this is where all the magic happens. And congratulations again on your 25th anniversary.
Thank you for coming and inviting me. I truly appreciate it. We're very excited about our 25th anniversary.
And for more information about Williams Henry, where would we go?
We would go to www.williamswithany-henry.org.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund supports local nonprofits that bring cultural, social, educational, and recreational activities to our area. To learn about additional upcoming events, visit kcmo.gov/ntdf.
45 land bank homes will soon be in the hands of new owners. The Land Bank Board awarded $1 homes for properties on the demolition list. Next, those new owners will get to work rehabbing those homes and revitalizing their neighborhoods.
Some of the properties had multiple bidders. How did you guys decide who got the property?
Well, the information we gave the board, there's 5 individuals on the board. The information we gave them was, did the applicant plan to be an owner-occupied, an owner-occupant? Were they from the area? And then how much did the applicant plan to spend on the property? We gave them that information, and they made the decision.
My family and I were looking for a property we could invest in, something we could rebuild and my husband and I raise our kids in. I think that was our main reason, is we just wanted to be able to own something that honestly was free and clear. You know, we only own it for $1, aside from what we're going to put in it over time, and just have the space and things that we need to do what we need to do for our family.
The Land Bank hopes to offer another discount sale on some of its properties later this year. May is National Bike Month, and KC cyclists will soon start seeing new protected bike lanes, green bike boxes, and bike racks. New protected bike lanes are being added to Gregory Boulevard through Swope Park and Berry Road in the Northland. Protected bike lanes help separate and protect cyclists from traffic. And soon KC will have one of the longest continuous stretches of bike lanes in the country, 9.5 miles of bike lanes on the Paseo Boulevard.
The Public Works Department is very committed to bringing leadership and innovation for the development of a multimodal city. Over the past several years, Public Works has led efforts to implement the 600-mile Bike KC plan and the 230-mile Trails KC plan. By successfully leveraging federal funds with local capital improvement dollars, the city has constructed 67% of the bikeway plan with a mix of on-street bike facilities and 33% of the trails plan.
To view this program again or other Channel 2 videos, go to kcmo.gov and search Channel 2. That page has a link to our YouTube channel and all of our great programs for viewing on demand. That does it for this edition of the Weekly Report. I'm Chris Hernandez. Have a great week.